everyone, and welcome back to another video from the Freedom Boys. Today we're going to be reacting to a video by Nick Shirley, who's an independent journalist, and recently he's been covering a lot of like government fraud and such, and recently like Minnesota, and now we're watching a video where he is going to be talking about or investigating California's suspected voter fraud.
This is going to be my first time ever watching Nick Shirley. I never watched him before. He insists that I should. I just never have because I don't listen to him. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be a new experience for me, maybe for you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.
This video is like pretty important for us because we live in California, so it's good to see what's going on.
Where's my root beer? I left it in the kitchen.
So yeah, as I was saying, it's good to see like what's going on in our own area. I'm pretty sure this was filmed in San Diego, I'm fairly sure. But maybe a couple of different places. So we'll see. I'll wait for that one to get back.
Alright. I didn't miss anything. I got my root beer. We're good.
Alright, we're gonna start it up now.
We're just looking for these individuals that are registered to vote here. It's John Thomas and Philip Thomas. Is Gloria here by chance? Because she's 100 years old and she voted last election from here.
That's crazy, bro.
I just want to make sure you're not 126 years old.
That's a record.
Do you think it's possible like illegal migrants could be voting?
Do you know where the ballots might have gone? Like for 108 people, that were registered here?
When it comes to fraud, most people think about money. However, there's another potential massive fraud story taking place in America, one tied to the most consequential system in our country, which is our voting system. This
is a very common topic, I feel like. Yeah. A lot of people talk about it from both sides. They talk about voting fraud.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a very debated topic.
Yeah. And regardless, both sides think that it's happening.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Do with everything about who runs the country and how elections are actually controlled. And if we don't have voter integrity, what even are we? And there's one state that is the breeding ground for potential voting fraud, and that is California, where it can take up to 1 month to count all the votes. No vote.
Bro, I love how our state is the #1 state that could have voter fraud because we have so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the biggest population.
That is true, yeah.
So, yeah.
One good thing.
Voter ID and millions of ballots are cast by mail. And with voter rolls that are extremely vulnerable to errors, such as over 200 people who are over the age of 125 years old registered to vote in certain areas.
How?
And now to see how easy it is to vote, I headed to the location to register to vote inside the state of California.
Now this is the register of voters right here. And I want to ask him, why don't you need voter ID to vote here inside California? I was curious, how come in California you don't need voter ID to vote?
Well, not a lot of people care about that, I feel like. I don't think... Like, I feel like if I want to vote, me promising something isn't going to be useful. I feel like it's more important that I have my, state-sanctioned ID or whatever, right?
I mean, I feel like it's also very easy to get forged documents, like forged affidavits or forged passports, which can be used to count as ID to get you to get registered to vote. So
exactly.
There's a lot of stuff that's going on. But I think it's actually a monitor.
That's nice, bro.
It's the same monitor.
Do you think it leaves any room for error with voter ID, or?
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete
Yeah,
single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible.
God, I'm just like curious.
Bro, why is it giving me an ad for YouTube Premium?
As fair and honest as possible, and I feel like voter ID is just something super simple to have. And do you think it's possible like illegal migrants could be voting?
Yo, is that her whole vocabulary? Not really.
Yeah, they don't have their ID, and they could just sign on behalf of.
Wait, hold on. Did she just ask about who's checking their ID? Nobody's checking their ID. You just said that there isn't an ID. What are we talking about?
Oh shoot, my fault.
Good job, bro.
It's my fault. I
Yo.
meant to do something else. Hold on.
What did you try to do?
The country integrity, voting fraud, ID.
This guy.
To vote.
California, you
Alright, that's good. I'm gonna make the captions a bit smaller. There we go.
Oh, battery's at
do you
65%.
think it leaves any
That
room
was
for
for
error
his,
with
I
voter
know.
ID? Or yeah, I'm just like curious. I want to make sure that like our elections are as fair and honest as possible. And I feel like voter ID is just something super simple to have. And do you think it's possible like illegal migrants could be voting?
I mean, what's showing their ID?
Yeah, if they don't have their ID and they could just sign on behalf of Richard Sherman, then they could technically vote, right? Yeah, but what if they just don't care? What if like Richard Sherman and Billy Bob Joe just don't care? But so you don't think illegals would
But,
ever
like,
vote,
how-
would you?
But like, how would you know that?
No.
So instead of
how would you
showing your
notify them
ID,
to-
you sign your
you know,
signature and then
where's
it's
your kid, though?
scanned to verify it is you. So technically speaking, anyone could show up saying they're someone, and if the signature is similar, that vote will then count. And with millions of people voting, it leaves room for fraud to occur. Just take these two examples.
A Southern California woman is facing 5 felonies after registering her dog to vote in 2 elections.
What?
The dog's
Her
vote.
dog?
was
Yo, we got a dog registered to vote in
dog?
California.
Yo, register your cat, bro.
Yo, I will, bro. My cat's voting for Vance.
Oh, well, that
Those
makes
behind
sense.
the stunt say she did it to show the flaws of the current system.
Hundreds of people who cast votes according to state records, but we found they've been dead for years. Including a woman who died in 1988,
No.
and records show she somehow voted in 2014, 26.
Bro, I don't think that's possible. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so you don't have to pause it every 5 seconds. We
I
can
do need to
talk-
pause it every 5 seconds, because then we're stealing his content. Unacceptable behavior.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
We'll give credits to him in the caption, the description.
Years
Captions.
after she passed
Description.
away. Then there's Julita Abutin. Records show she voted in Norwalk in 2014, 2012, 2010, and 2008. The only problem is she's buried here at Forest Lawn. Abutin died in 2006. Is it possible your mother voted in 2014?
There's no way.
Abutin's daughter Maravik says it's certainly impossible that her mother voted, but the LA County Registrar confirms they have signed vote-by-mail envelopes with her mother's name for the 2014 and 2012 election, even though she died 10 years.
No, I think that the big problem is that there's so many people that it's not like a small town where they can just go check, right?
Also, the problem for me is all mail-in ballots now. Mail-in ballots where all the fraud happens because signatures you can't verify, you know.
Yeah. At least it's harder to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that there's
So
a
it's not
perfect
some
system
crazy
for
conspiracy theory to
checking
think that people are
signatures.
illegally voting inside the state of California. And with the state receiving millions of illegal migrants, the opportunities for fraud now are even higher as millions of undocumented people are living inside of the state. Now let's go meet up with
You know, I really like how he like talks about this. He stays so neutral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not like getting on the really conservative side, but he's also not on the really liberal side or anything like that. And it's not like it's like he's not really offending anyone.
I mean, he just doesn't. Sorry. He just doesn't like fraud.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, I don't either.
His whole thing's just against fraud.
Yeah, 100%.
the man by the name of Urson, who has dedicated years of his life digging through voter rolls, finding fraud and inconsistencies throughout the state.
So how bad is the voter fraud here in California?
Well, we actually don't know because law enforcement isn't really investigating it, and we don't have people qualified to actually figure that out.
And what kind of fraud is taking place?
Well, we have voter rolls of about 22 to 23 million people in California, and we have just in Orange County per se, there's 60 to 70,000 changes a month that happens. So the amount of time and effort to go and follow up with every one of those, we just don't have the resources to do that.
And so what information have you been collecting about the voting fraud here in California?
We have people that are still in our rolls from 2008 that are still getting ballots mailed to them that haven't voted in 18, 16 years.
And so if they haven't voted, what's the problem with them receiving those ballots?
Well, sometimes there's votes that happen later on with someone that hasn't lived here for 12 years. And we found several occurrences of that. And when we turn that in, those are treated as independent incidences that don't affect the outcome of the election. So they're highly disregarded from our concerns as voters.
And what information do we have right here?
Well, we got several different pieces that we're looking at today. One thing that's just a simple anomaly for people to understand is there's people that show to be 125 years old in our voter rolls. And that's a simple data flaw, but the issue is it keeps happening over and over again to the tune of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in every county. That's a large size like where we're at today. Another one is we have a lot of...
Sorry. Did he just say that there are multiple people? Damn. Did he just say that there are multiple, like hundreds of people that are over 125?
Yeah.
In the counties? Mm-hmm. Yo, we got the oldest people in the world? Bro, that's awesome.
Viral.
That are at central locations, 10, 12, 15 people at a place where what is this business? What is it doing? These people are still going to continue to get ballots. Another one is like a lot of the sororities and the dorm houses, where we have typical turnout, or voter turnout is like in the 50 to 70% range, but it's like 106 out of 108 votes cast. So it doesn't mean that that's fraud, but it means these are out of the normal order of what happens, and so that's what we're going to be going around and looking at today and seeing what's out there and what we can find. We have
people in the sorority.
Well, there can be.
That's true.
I think he's also talking about dormitories.
Oh yeah, total number.
Yeah, because those are huge.
Yeah,
system where you can register to vote in California without a driver's license number or social security number. Why do we allow that? That creates 9.6 million records that then the state has to send to the Social Security Administration. And when 75% of those come back with no matching Social Security record, it should make every California wonder, why do we have a system like that? Why do we have a system that's creating work? And
I actually had no clue that you had to, you didn't have to have a Social Security number to vote. But I guess it makes sense with the no voter ID thing.
It's really interesting. Yeah,
I feel like that's not... Was that changed? Or was that always how it was?
I don't think... I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe it'll come up later.
I'm wondering,
Uncertainty.
And so what have you done to get this information about the voter fraud that's taking place here in California?
When we get our information from the Secretary of State, we get it directly from them. It's a lot of information, and it's very complex. And so we get this from the state, we package it up, and we help with our other researchers across the state that go and break it down into their own counties.
So are these guys state sanctioned? Are they paid by the state to do this, or is it just they're?
I think
they're just doing it because they can.
I think they're a third party, but they get their stuff.
But the state is the state legally obligated? Oh, there's a cat here. We got the Freedom Boys cat.
Yep.
He's a cutie. He's strange. Big cat.
So going off, I think they're their own third-party research center, but of course they get all their information from the state. And also by state, when they're talking about this, they're talking about California.
Specifically California. We're not talking about other states.
Exactly. Because I know sometimes it's called the state. USA is a state. Yeah. They're talking about California, just to clarify.
We have all this information, and now we're going to go head out into the streets of California and see what fraud we can find. Where's the first place we're going?
We're going to the local retirement community, and the reason this one is just kind of particularly odd, you got 45 people registered, and 41 of them actually turned out to vote in the last election. So that's just, again, not typical for 55 to 70% turnout. So it's a mental crisis senior, rehabilitation center. So we're just going to go there and see, is there 45 people there? Is there beds? And check it out.
No.
Oh, are you?
Get out of the...
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
Bro, this cat is being so stupid. He's literally oh, I just flushed. booty hole.
Camera back.
Dude, he's like eating. He's trying to eat the food that we have.
All right. Nope, not there.
Slide it over. Yeah, there we go.
All right, let's resume. Sit.
Bro, he's a cat.
High team, like, as far as how many patients or residents.
Well, we go back a bit.
Go ahead.
Are you?
Rehabilitation. So it's 35 people
That's where it was.
registered and 41 of them actually turned out to vote in the last election. So that's just, again, not typical for 55 to 70% turnout. So it's a mental crisis senior, rehabilitation center. So we're just going to go there and see. Is there 45 people there? Is there beds? And check it out.
I just realized he's breaking a law in that video. He's not wearing a seatbelt.
Wait, whoa.
I promise you, he's not wearing a seatbelt. Both of them are. Yo, we caught them breaking federal law. Somebody arrest these men. I just
See, is there 45 people there? Is there beds? And check it out. Supervisor?
Hello? Are you?
Yeah, it looks like there was maybe 41 of 45 people that registered here. Does that seem low or high to you? Like as far as how many patients or residents you have?
That's probably not accurate anymore.
So that lady right there said that that's probably not accurate.
Right.
So this could be a huge location where hundreds of votes could be.
Yo, I just thought that his necklace was a bra, and I was very confused. I was so confused. I was like, why? Oh, that's a necklace.
She said that numbers sound like they're inaccurate. 41 out of 45.
Correct. So is there a lot more people that could be registered to vote and could be having their voices expressed?
Well, let's move on to the next location.
You got it.
Now we're here in the University of San Diego because they got lots of voters here. But what's the deal with this location?
It's some sort of institute for peace and justice, so it doesn't seem like you'd have a lot of voters like registered at some sort of an administrative office, but it very well could be. I mean, there's students that are all over the place here, so maybe it's some sort of a central mailing house or something like that.
You have a conference room, you have Garden of the Sky, the Kroc School, classrooms, conference rooms, anything but dorms. And this is the location where 58 people are registered to vote here inside of the state of California.
Is this like a central mailing location, like this building for students and stuff?
No, this one is not. So we do have a mail center.
Because right here on the John B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice, it says we had 58 registered.
So
Stop pausing.
No, because this is interesting. So it's interesting how all the staff just don't seem to know at all what's going on. So it seems like it's like higher administration that's doing this kind of thing.
I think it's just people they just really register to vote. They don't have some people don't have an actual house to register, right? So they just kind of register at a random place. But other people do know that's happening.
But yeah, these guys don't seem to know at all.
To the vote.
They might.
50 people.
They might, but it doesn't seem like they do.
So it's 5998 Alcala Park. You're saying
The
is
entire university.
the entire university. So where do the ballots go?
I have no clue. I've never seen them.
So far, we're 0 for 2 as far as getting any clarity about where these votes are being cast from here.
Yeah, really any sort of real clarity.
And at these locations, when there's only around 40 to 50 people registered to vote, in locations where there's hundreds and thousands of people, it leaves lots of room for speculations, especially when nobody actually knows what the real count is and where the votes are being casted from. And just a reminder, all this information from Urson is the most up-to-date information from the Secretary of State of California as far as the voter rolls go. The fraud continues. Now we're outside
I just want to see if I can pause
of
it somewhere.
California.
See if anything like.
Well, it's not the actual voter roll because it's illegal to show it publicly.
Oh really?
It says it at the bottom! Yo!
Continues. Now we're outside of a extra space, a storage unit location. Here, 5 people are registered to vote. Did they cast their votes?
3 of them did in the 24 election, then
That's
we have
insane.
one that cast a ballot in the 2020 election and one that's never voted. The point is that unless this is a primary residence, right, or where you can sleep, right, which no one's supposed to by law allowed to sleep in their public storage unit, then this is not a legal
Well.
registration. And these are the things that the county continues to let slip through the cracks.
Let's see if they're here. We have the names of all 5 people. Let's see if they're here. How's it going, sir? Good. We're just looking for a few people here. We have Lily Maury, Philip Thomas, Sydney Thomas, Robert Thomas. We're just looking for these individuals as they're registered to vote here.
Do you have people that live here? extra space.
Are you Robert Thomas?
He looks so confused, dude.
Oh, from the Secretary of State?
Yeah, it's publicly available information.
What about Robert, Sidney, Philip, and Lily Thomas? What about them? Do they also get their ballots here? Robert Thomas, Sidney Thomas.
He seems like
John
he might
Thomas,
know something
Philip
because
Thomas.
he's not.
Do you know where any of those individuals are? Any of the Thomases?
No, there's no one living in storage facilities, right? That's
No,
really
right?
the question, right? Just wondering if people are actually living in storage facilities.
So 5 people are registered to vote here. They confirm that
He
nobody
seemed like
lives
he
here.
knew a
A little
little bit,
fishy.
like,
California's got some
something-
weird things going on. So 5
Yeah.
people, and they didn't know where
No,
any of
it seemed
the
like he knew
Thomases
that there
were,
was something,
but
a
this
little
is
bit of
their
something.
primary
on it.
location.
Well, if those 2 people actually live here and this is where they stay, their primary residence, right? They get their driver's license here, their tax stuff comes here. It's completely legal. But the other people that are here, they didn't know or do know or so forth, right? Or they someone that was just getting something in a storage facility. So
But this is a storage facility. There's no apartments here.
no,
Nobody's living here.
not inside.
Well, I mean, maybe the upper area might have some residency up there, but I think you have to have it just based on what I remember about building codes and stuff is that you have to like announce it. You have to say that it's a residential space and it has to be built to code. Those windows are definitely not built to code, based on my limited construction experience.
storage facility. But if the couple that
Hey,
is
man, I'm not
here
a-
is actually this is their primary residence.
I'm not a contractor.
That would
I'm a
be
handyman.
under state law.
But
So-
for these 5 people that are registered and that cast their votes,
And if it's not them, then no, those are not legal.
those are illegal votes. And so that right there is 5 potentially fraudulent votes in one location inside of a storage unit.
This is super important to understand before we go to the next location. In California, when you register to vote, you must.
I find it funny is that the it's just like
What?
this, and it says
Super important to
it shows
understand
Ohtani,
before we go to the next
the
location.
The greatest baseball player ever. What the experts
Must be
say.
your domicile location,
I found
which is
that
your
funny.
primary residency. You can then put a different address to receive your mail, but for it to be on the voter registration form and for the voter rolls, it must be your domicile address, your primary address. Now we're going to start going to some of these locations where people have put their primary addresses as P.O. boxes. In locations like the one we're about to go to, over 30 people.
Well, okay,
are-
I can understand why someone might make a mistake and put their mailing address as their
No,
address.
because when you sorry, sign up for a PO box, it's on your record as a secondary mailing address.
Yeah, but I feel like some people can mistake that.
I mean, no, because if you're voting and you're a legal voter, you're gonna know the difference between your PO box and your primary mailing address. So if
I
you
never
don't
even
know
thought
that,
that, like I never even thought about owning a PO box, so I didn't.
it's for
think of
like
that.
business. So like
I know.
if you have like a business and all your stuff goes there, like if it's like an online
We just
business
do a
kind of
PO
thing, like an online business kind of thing. That's how YouTubers do. YouTubers have PO boxes for the fan mail and all that.
That makes
Obviously, talking about their actual house, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
register to vote at this one UPS store.
With this fraud, a lot of these people registered to vote had their primary
UPS
residency at a UPS store or a United States Postal Service location. Right here, we have over 30 people who are registered to vote, and all these people right here, there's over 30 of them, are registered to vote, and this is their location, and a large majority of them actually voted in the 2024 election against Trump and Joe Biden. And right
Again,
here we
I
have
think that
Gloria.
just could be
Gloria voted
a mistake.
the last election.
but
She's at
I don't know.
100 years old.
Oh,
Born in
never mind.
1925. Still
Well,
kicking.
it's possible.
What do you think about over 30 people are registered to vote in this UPS store right here? Is that a little strange to you?
Is it through P.O. boxes?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you trying to do, or what are you trying to prove?
See, that's
Yeah, so
that's
you
my
have to-
reaction
you have
to it. Like I feel like it
re-register
could
where
just
you
be
live, right? Where your primary
miscommunication.
residence is. And so if you've got a primary residence that's a UPS store, there's a real tiny houses, inside the UPS store.
What's your guys' affiliation?
My name's
We're just
Nick
citizens.
Shirley.
Yeah,
You-
Nick
could you live inside a P.O. box?
No.
So do you think it's a little strange that here in California you have lots of people who are registered to vote from these P.O. boxes? Meanwhile, you don't even have to show your ID when you go and vote.
I don't want to be part of the whole MAGA storyline. Thank you.
This isn't a MAGA storyline, man. This is just the straight up facts. Now we're going in. How are you guys doing? Yeah.
Valid.
Could we talk to somebody? This is super important. It has to do with our elections here, ma'am.
Can someone come and talk to us?
Is Gloria here by chance? Because she's 100 years old and she voted last election from here. All right,
Wow.
so they won't
Well, they
even
kicked
speak
him
to
out
us.
fast.
Do you know Gloria?
I want to know.
I think that lady told them.
Yeah, I want to know if it was that lady because it looked like she was going inside.
I think it was.
Yeah.
She also had like some kind of packaging with her.
Yeah.
100 years old, she voted last election here. She's supposed to live in one of these P.O. boxes.
No idea.
A little strange, right? Sir, have you ever met like a Gloria or anything? She's supposed to live in one of these P.O. boxes. She voted. No. No
She's
idea.
supposed to live
And
in the
another thing
P.O.
that's super
box.
concerning about all this fraud taking place
does
is right now the
he's
governor
right.
of California, Gavin Newsom, is also leading the way on Poly Market as to who's going to be the Democrat nominee in 2028.
What do you think it says about
Well,
states that
no,
don't?
isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, he's a presidential candidate for 2028.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm not excited to see that. Me personally, just because of how California is right now.
I genuinely just don't really think that he's gonna win.
Oh, he's not gonna win.
Unless he's like the only Democrat who's running. And I don't think he is.
He's not. I think he might.
There's the woman! She's in the back!
Require people to have voter ID. It's like inconsistent, so people can kind of like tweak it however they want. So I don't know. I don't trust it. That's why.
You
Should
could
states
think.
require people to show voter
He
ID
is
when they go and
thinking.
vote? 100%. Like I think like people should be verified that that's them voting and that's like them as a person. Like that needs to be like a face-to-face action. If they can't, there needs to be another way of verification. And what makes you think that way? A lot of people don't think that way about voter ID. I don't know. I think it's just like a common sense thing. Like it should be you that's voting and like your vote that's going through. So it's not just like anybody.
That makes
Do you
sense.
think people would pass you off for
Took the words right out
Ralph
of my mouth.
Salcido if you just said you're Ralph Salcido?
You weren't
No.
saying that.
Like if I said that to me, they'd be like, really?
No, no.
If I
I'm
walked
not-
up
I'm
and
not
like
brave.
I said, oh yeah, I'm 100 years old, they'd be like, what? You can't like fake age. So this building here in downtown San Diego.
I can.
There's over 15 people for
No, we actually have a funny story. We were at school this one day, and this lady comes up and goes, excuse me, what are you guys doing here? We're like, oh, we're waiting for a meeting with someone. We're having an interview for our school's newspaper. And then she goes, well, you need to pick up guest passes from the front office before you can enter the school grounds. And then it like clicks like, oh, she thinks that we're adults.
Yeah.
We gotta enter the, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry.
We're students.
Students here. And I pulled out my student ID, and she was like, oh.
So funny. It's like a
Be
teacher
sure to
or something,
vote
I don't know.
Yeah.
at this address right
I've
here.
never seen her before.
Would it surprise you if inside of this building alone, there's 15 people registered to vote, yet all the windows are boarded up.
Oh, one of the business was Duckett's, and I never saw anybody go in or out of there.
Huh.
15 people are registered to vote, and a lot of them voted in the 2024 election.
Doesn't surprise me. This is California for a reason.
Do you think voter...
Oh, okay. We developed a new base guy.
Hey. DeWalt.
DeWalt! Yes! Hold on.
And do you trust Gavin Newsom?
Oh my god. Okay.
We're pulling out all the DeWalt gear, bro. All the DeWalt. All the DeWalt, bro. That's not even all of it. I still got so much more.
You can tell by the way he talks. He never wants to answer. A
Oh,
real
that's
question.
just evolved.
Let's see. He calls.
Guaranteed something.
Basically calls him out, calls him terrorist. In some ways, I kind of hope he runs for president. That means someone else is going to get governor, and if he doesn't make it as president, his political career is done.
Oh yeah.
I don't see him winning. I really don't.
Right now, in
what
Poly
you
Market,
said, yeah.
leading the
Yeah.
Democrats as far as who's going to be the next nominee.
Yeah, Kamala was leading. Look how that went.
No, actually,
It's a good point.
Kamala never got nominated in the primary. She just kind of became
Appeared?
the candidate. It's really funny. So
That's interesting.
Joe Biden dropped out of the race. We
Yeah.
know that because of his health issues. And then Kamala Harris just somehow came in there.
She just appeared
and became the candidate. She never got voted in at the primary.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Require voter ID.
Do I think that voters should require voter ID?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Why?
How come you need an ID when you go to the airport?
I don't know why you gotta do that either.
So do you think it's possible to have fair elections here in the United States if people...
I love how he stopped to think about it. He's like, wait, no, that's a good point. Well, we shouldn't do that.
people don't prove who they actually are by giving their ID when they go
He reminds me of the guy's like 21 cons. I didn't know they sold 2-to-1 cars. You see that?
No, I haven't.
You have it?
No, I haven't.
That's too, I can't even answer that. Cause I'm like this. If you here, you can vote. It's just too much paperwork.
Too much paperwork.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's one of
too much.
Yo, I did my driver's license shit by my
just too
driver's
much.
license
So
stuff
when you
by
go
myself.
vote, you don't want to show your ID.
Like my dad helped me a bit.
Nah.
Like, bro, I was 15 years old.
What?
You can do
that you are
ID
you.
paperwork.
I mean anyway. Anyway.
Bro, what is this logic? You need to prove that you're you, but I'm me. Like, bro.
Hey, identification.
Like, dude, what am I gonna do? Show up on the show up to the airport and be like, bro, I'm standing in front of you. I'm standing in front of you.
Yo, my
I'm
name
me.
is Donald Trump. I'm right here.
Let me play. I mean, let me fly, bro. Let me fly.
Nah.
What if I wanted to vote on behalf of your name?
Why would you want to do that? Tell me why I want to do that, and then I can make a decision.
What if I wanted you to vote Democrat and you're a Republican?
All right. Okay, yeah, that's a point.
See, now the gears are turning.
Yeah, exactly. Now the gears are turning.
But I still ain't approving of it.
We headed to the and it was the exact same thing where tons of people were registered to receive votes from a P.O. box. So we're wondering, do these people live here? Like, are they living inside the post office?
This is the address of the post office, right? Yeah. This isn't like their mailing address. That's like their actual like registration address. Do you see ballots that have like PO box on them and things?
Yeah. And it's not a problem if someone is registered here to receive their ballot, but this is their primary residence. That is a problem, and that's what the case is for all these people right here.
It's an illegal registration based on state.
Are mice?
This leaves a lot of leeways for
Like, I mean, I could probably live in the bottom ones, but like,
people to vote
ones towards the top.
They're not. I mean, I know you can.
or
maybe
them just voting on behalf of somebody
I've
else.
seen that.
That's the thing that we've
I've seen
debated,
those.
right? $23 million for some process. This is one post office in one city in one county in an entire state, right? So it just has an exponential.
That's concerning.
And you add up all the little small
Yeah.
things that
I wonder
As you can see,
how many
there's a
other
lot of
counties.
issues with these voting rolls and a lot of inconsistencies. And one of these inconsistencies is
Dead
people
voters.
over the age of 100 years old that are eligible to vote. For instance, there's a lot of people over the age of 125. And in this video, we just filmed around a 15-mile
Don't think that's
radius.
possible.
So imagine what it's like all across the state of California.
That is
And
fair.
now let's go see if there's actually 126-year-olds voting in California.
Are you Doris? Hello, Doris. How are you doing? We're just going through the voting rolls here, and we're just confirming anybody who's above the age of 100 years old. And right here it says you're 126 years old.
No, you got the wrong house.
Are you Doris Wood?
Yeah, but you got the wrong house. You got the wrong information, all that stuff. No, that's wrong.
Oh, here, I can show you if you like.
No, it's just that it's wrong.
How come you think here in California they're just messing up on all these voting rolls here?
I don't know, because I don't know what he's talking about.
You know, honestly, I can't even like blame her for being a little suspicious of him. I get suspicious when the delivery people come to my door. I'm very protective of my house, but
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I mean, you saw in the live stream what I have to protect my house, right?
Number of elections, 51.
51 elections. It's crazy.
Yeah, it says you voted in 51 elections, Doris.
No, not me.
Really?
I'm not no 100-something years old.
I know.
I said I wasn't.
I just want to make sure you're not 126 years old.
I'm not.
Yeah, it really does say you're 126 years old here.
No.
Says,
Who be 126? That don't even make sense.
I know, that's what the Secretary of State says.
See, she understands.
Okay, well.
Put it like this out for in 1940.
All right, Doris. You have a good evening.
86 years old.
That was some fast
All right,
math,
so let's
bro.
say
I
his
was
name's
struggling.
Virginia.
I don't think that's true. No, that is true. Never mind. My fault.
125 years old. She's voted over 55 times, and she's active on the voter rolls here in California. Let's see if she's home. Hi, how's it going, sir?
55
Doing
elections.
good?
No, I'm cooking.
Okay, well, I'll be quick. I'm just looking for Virginia. 125 years old?
125 years old?
Yeah. She's registered to vote at this location right here. Is Virginia here?
Yeah, but she ain't no 125 years old.
Really? How old is Virginia then?
80.
80. Well, here on the
Wait.
state.
Notice something. Last person was 80, 86, 85.
So once you're over 80, do they just bump your age up to 125 or something? Like,
I think they target like seniors that don't know much.
Oh.
And like, you know, they don't know what's going on. And you're like, someone, you know?
You're right.
I don't know, that could be a case, but we'll see.
But I don't know.
Oh,
No,
California.
because that would mean that. But they would be voting in the more recent elections, right? How would they get the stuff where they're voting like in 1900s? Because it said they're 126, right? This year. That means that they were born in 1900.
Yeah.
How would they forge that? Because the person's 80, right? How are they doing the past elections? Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
That's interesting.
Unless 50. I think maybe they just started voting from when they were born. They just happened to be. I have no idea. They just started voting at their first voting, but they didn't vote until then. Something like that.
Well, 51 elections, if you do the math, it
She's
goes back
125 years old.
True.
And she's voted in 55 elections.
I've never met a single person who's lived through 55 elections.
Is there another Virginia?
No, not here.
No, because that's 55 times 4, right?
Well, not necessarily, because 8 double terms and stuff. Definitely not.
Still, you have to
55 times
vote?
4.
Because every 4 years.
What the hell?
Yeah!
Unless our state elections.
No, that's like 100.
This is all presidential election.
Yeah, this is 120 something.
55 times 4? Buddy, that's almost 200.
Yeah.
That's not possible. I think
Exactly.
If I divide by it? No.
No, it is. No, it is 100. No, because the age would be the times 4, because it's every 4 years a presidential election. 55. So they're getting everything wrong.
Oh, no. I don't believe that.
Virginia,
Only one in the whole world.
only one in the whole world. Well, I hope she's voting good, so she's not 125? No. Well, is Virginia doing good at least?
I want to check something real quick. Just to see what you're talking.
How many veterans are there?
Elections.
Oh, maybe midterms.
Oh, yeah.
1900. There have been 60
okay.
presidential elections.
60. That's almost voting every single. Oh, shit. Fuck!
No! This guy.
Only one in the whole world. Well, I hope she's voting good, because
It's fine. We're right there.
she's not 125? No. Well, is Virginia doing good at least?
Well, she's a year younger than me, and I'm 82.
Same. Go tell Newsom she ain't 125. She's 81.
Okay.
Awesome. You do that. Have a good one.
Do you see what the problem is? Every
Yes.
location we went to inside this video, there's something wrong with the voter rolls. Whether or not the person is 125 years old, it actually doesn't matter. The part that matters is that the information is wrong on the person who's supposed to be voting here inside the United States. And the other locations, people aren't supposed to be living inside of P.O. boxes, yet they
I
are
don't think
registering
that's
to
possible.
vote out of P.O. boxes, making it impossible to track back who that person is to see who actually cast that vote.
Basically, living in a P.O. box is living in a tray that big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, P.O. boxes are tiny.
Possible to track back who that person is to see who actually cast that vote. This leads to lots of fraud, and everyone should be concerned about the integrity of our elections when people cannot show their own ID when they show up to vote.
Subscribe.
Well, that's cool. Anyways, well, shout out to Nick Shirley.
Go subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel, right?
We might as well. Yeah, we're subscribed. You guys should too.
We'll put him down in the comments. Nick Shirley.
Comments.
Sorry, in the
video description.
Video description.
He's having a hard time.
We'll put him in the description. Nick
Hold on,
Shirley.
hold
I'm sure a lot of you
Give me this.
definitely heard
Let's see
of
if I
him.
can do this.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so we'll put him down into the comment. No, not the comment.
In the video
In
description.
the video description, and go support him.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah,
Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe on our videos because we're cool, and yeah.
And yeah, go look out if you want to do your own research. Go do that. You know.
Always
I mean,
do your own research.
remember-
Always do your own
remember,
research.
these-
We could be
these-
wrong. These could be wrong.
These voter rolls are available to the public.
Yeah, they're completely public. You can probably find them in. You can probably find older ones in the libraries. You can find other ones in other places. You might be able to find it online. I'm not really sure. Yeah, California Secretary of State right there. Yep, he just looked it up. You can find the voter rolls online. It should be. But anyways, again, if you think we got anything wrong or he got anything wrong, feel free to let us know down in the comments section.
Also, talk about tell us anything you want to. Comment down anything you want us to talk about, because we're kind of running out of ideas.
And we're more than willing to cover anything in the video, because
we'll cover anything. We'll do whatever y'all.
Yeah, we
want
can do
us.
history, we can do current events, anything like that.
Yeah, so if you want to talk about I don't know,
who knows, any sort of war the U.S. has been in,
international affairs,
stuff like that. Just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. All right. So thank you.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and overall, stay patriotic and God bless America.